Good evening. We begin tonight with our exclusive interview with the Texas man now accused of killing his grandmother in her Erie home 34 years ago. This summer, he was arrested in one of Erie's oldest cold cases.
Yesterday, he was brought back to Erie, but Jeremy Brock called me from his jail cell in Texas because he says his grandmother's murder has been haunting him for decades. He says investigators got to tell their side of the story after his arrest, and now he wants his turn. Here's more of our exclusive interview. Did you kill your grandmother?
I did not kill my grandmother.
55-year-old Jeremy Brock continues to maintain his innocence as Erie police detectives say new DNA technology proves he's Helen Vogt's killer. So you were not in Erie when your grandmother was murdered?
That is correct.
Investigators say whoever stabbed Helen Vogt to death inside her Zimmerman Road home in 1988 sped off from the crime scene in the 77-year-old's new car.
As I looked out the window, I seen her blue Buick backing out of the garage quite fast, and she backed down around and come up out of the driveway, came down Davidson and over 28th Street, just a speeding, with a towel draped down over his head, he or she.
Police have never claimed to have found Brock's DNA in Vogt's car, but they do say his DNA is on a bloody washcloth that detectives recovered from the crime scene.
I went upstairs. As I got upstairs, I looked over at the kitchen sink and there was blood all over the kitchen sink, all over everywhere. I ran around and went upstairs, and as I went upstairs, I found her laying on the floor, dead.
A month after Vogt's murder, a 14-year-old boy in Ohio was pulled over driving her stolen car. Had you ever been in that vehicle prior to your grandmother's murder?
No, I never even seen the vehicle.
The teenager claimed he found the car in Dayton, Ohio, near a Greyhound bus station.
So I guess the police had calculated that for these kids to be driving around, plus the drive from Erie to Central Ohio, the mileage did not add up. So they had theorized that somebody had had the car towed at some point.
Investigators have never publicly made that claim. Erie police have long considered Brock the main suspect, but until now, they say they haven't had the evidence to arrest him. Brock says he looks forward to his day in court to prove his innocence.
But I have heard that they have no evidence as far as prints in that car, in the house. The murderer took a shower in that house, or I think it was a condo, and none of my fibers, hair, or blood is found there. I was never in there, and there was not a single print, that they found that matched me in that or in the car. That, I would have had to have driven at some point. It just makes no sense to me.
Erie Police Chief Dan Bizzarni declined to comment on camera. He did, however, issue a statement saying, Helen Vogt suffered a terrible beating that caused her death. I believe the evidence, when presented at trial, will result in a conviction of Jeremy Brock for homicide. And again, we want to make it very clear that I reached out to the district attorney and retired Detective Sergeant Dominic DiPaolo, who was the lead investigator in this murder, for comment. Both declined to comment.
Yeah, and obviously that this case still has to go to trial. Jen, right after you did that interview, now you told me that Jeremy Brock, who again insists he's innocent, said in some ways he was relieved by the arrest.
Yeah, a very interesting comment. So coming up tonight at 11, he'll explain that, and he also addresses the alleged motive in his grandmother's murder.
All right, thank you, Jen.